Hi, how you doing? This isn't going to be a particularly long video, but a little while ago I said that I had an announcement coming that I wanted to tell you about, and then promptly proceeded not to tell you about it. So today I'm going to tell you. But before we get to the meat of it, I need to tell you a little story. A long time ago, I designed a glove. Some of you may even have a pair of these. These are the Broughton Pugilism gloves that used to be on sale from the weapon store. The weapon store was a business of mine some years ago. Eventually it died a death. It wasn't massively profitable. There was a huge amount of time went into it, and I got a proper job. So the online shop fell by the wayside. But these gloves were kind of the flagship product, if you like. I decided that whilst MMA gloves were theoretically fine for pugilism, there weren't really any that felt quite right. So I decided that the only way to solve that was to make my own. It turns out that's not quite as easy as you would have thought, or at least as I thought. If you run a martial arts club, you probably get the same kind of speculative emails that I get quite often from martial arts kit manufacturers, usually of dubious provenance, usually from a town called Sialkot in Pakistan. It turns out that a vast number of sporting equipment and clothing manufacturers are based in this town. It's quite bizarre. So what I did is I trawled through my email. I found all of these emails, and I replied to each one of them saying, do you make high quality gloves? I knew exactly what I had in mind. I wanted something that was really comfortable, that had some protection over the knuckles, that was adjustable in size, and kind of had all the benefits of a modern glove, yet still evoked this traditional historical feel. Turns out that communicating with sporting manufacturers who don't speak English when you don't speak Urdu is really difficult. Over the course of the next year or so, I spent a vast amount of money having samples sent from Pakistan to England, and they were almost invariably terrible. In the end, I found one manufacturer who was actually able to make some gloves that felt beautiful to wear. They had the fit that I was going for. The trick was getting them to understand that I wanted something that looked and felt historical, but actually was modern. In the end, this is the glove they came up with. It's a fairly standard top-end MMA glove in design. It's got this double wrist strap so that you can adjust it and make sure it fits nicely. It's got an open palm, and as with MMA gloves in general, it allows you to grapple as well as protects you when you strike. It's made from a beautiful vintage leather and has Jack Broughton's name, Broughton, emblazoned across the back. Now, I bought a job lot of these once I was happy, and they sold out really quite quickly. The weapon store effectively died a death, and I didn't really think any more of it. But as this channel's grown in popularity, and as classical pugilism over the last few years has grown again much more than I had any right to feel it should, a number of people have asked me if I have any of these kicking around. Now, sadly, I don't. Well, that's not true. I have my own pair, but they'd all gone. And I thought maybe I should get some more made. But I'd lost the contact details of the factory that made them, and I just couldn't bear the idea of going through that whole process again. However, the other day I was poking around in my garage and I found some old hard drives. When I get rid of a computer, I take the hard drive out before I bin it, mainly because I'm a bit of a geek when it comes to data security. So I, out of curiosity, I dropped these hard drives one at a time into a little dock and had a look at what was on them. And on one of them, I had the contact details of the chap I'd dealt with when I had these gloves made. So I dropped him an email and said, "Hi, do you remember me?" And he said, "Yes, yes I do." And I said, "Can you make me some more gloves?" And he said, "Yes, yes I can." So he is. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to build a page and I'm going to release pre-order fairly soon, but I'm only going to talk about it here on YouTube to you guys, to my subscribers and viewers on YouTube. You get the chance to pre-order these pairs at a discounted rate. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Once they arrive and everything's good, then I will release them to the general public. But in the meantime, I figure the least I can do is give something back to you guys. So yeah. So keep your eyes open. I'm going to announce a URL pretty soon that has the pre-order for the new Broughton gloves, and we'll take it from there. I hope you love them as much as I do. Anyway, I told you this was going to be quick, and it turns out that wasn't actually true. So apologies. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be awesome. Click like on the video, because that makes me happy, and stick something in the comments. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.